And so today, we are very excited to announce Copilot Analytics. Yeah. If you take, let's say, a sales territory manager, so they can now correlate the specific Copilot usage to a business metric, like their win rate over time, right? And it's not just Copilot, it's Copilot and all the agents that you built. You can look at their usage and start tuning even the usage to the business KPIs, right? Our goal is to show how Copilot usage is ultimately directly translating into business outcomes across sales, marketing, finance, and more. And there are many, many more examples. This is fundamentally the process because it's really a question of change management. So think of Copilot Analytics as a tool for all of us to change how work, workflow, and work artifacts are all getting done, right? That, I think, is ultimately how we get ROI. So that's a look at Microsoft 365 Copilot, Copilot Studio, and agents and autonomous agents, that end-to-end system for AI-driven business transformation. Now let's move to the next platform, which is devices. In the age of AI, even the devices are fundamentally getting transformed, right? In the cloud, with both AI and cloud. Now, what we are doing, what is happening here is that we're fundamentally taking what's happening in the cloud with AI to the edge. And think of all of this as one continuous distributed computing fabric. Over the past year, we have introduced an entirely new class of Windows PCs designed to unleash the power of that distributed computing fabric across the cloud and the edge. We call these Copilot Plus PCs. And we are working across the entire ecosystem. It's fantastic. Just like in the cloud, there's all the silicon innovation. Silicon innovation is back in a big way in the client, right? Whether it's Qualcomm, AMD, Intel, all building fantastic sort of systems for PCs going forward. And of course, we're working with all of the OEMs, and now you can see the real manifestation of all of that in these 40-plus flops all on the client with the NPUs. Now, when it comes to the fundamentals of these PCs, also, whether it's battery life or performance, they're best in class. So that was the other thing. So this is just not adding an NPU, but it's about making Windows and Windows PCs just fantastic on fundamentals. And of course, ultimately, it's about developers, right? I mean, it's like what happened 32 years ago with 3.1 was about applications. And here we are with Copilot Plus PCs. We are back at it with Adobe and WhatsApp, all who are seeing the capabilities of these new PCs. They're bringing their best applications, leveraging these NPUs to really deliver breakthrough AI experiences. We're also delivering entirely new endpoints. 3 years ago, we introduced the cloud PC category with Windows 365, which securely streams your personal Windows desktop from the cloud to any device, whether it's iOS, Android, or even a mixed reality, let's say, headset from something like MetaQuest. And we've seen unbelievable momentum and adoption for these cloud PCs, right, to remote workers, temporary workers, IT developers, all of the frontline scenarios in particular, even around disaster recovery. In fact, it's my go-to developer desktop. It gives full access to GitHub, code spaces, VS Code, Azure SDKs, all the CLIs set up in one place, and I can access it everywhere. Our Windows app now gives us one-click access to all of these Microsoft virtualization on any device. Today, we are announcing, in fact, Windows app is coming to Android. We're excited about that. We're announcing mobile application management. I know this is something that IT has wanted for a long time, and it's both to iOS and Android. This means any employee can work on Windows 365 even on their personal devices, like this iPad, because your corporate apps and files stay secure, all managed on the cloud PC. Windows 365 itself is growing rapidly. It's grown, by triple digits year over year, and it's now used by some of the world's largest companies, including Wells Fargo, Johnson & Johnson, Siemens. And today, though, I'm really excited about the next big step here. And I'm really thrilled to announce Windows 365 Link. You can see it right here. It's a simple, secure, purpose-built device for Windows 365. It's admin-less, password-less, and security configurations are enabled by default and cannot be turned off. Windows 365 Link expands the PC category or the cloud PC category by connecting you directly to your productivity in the cloud with no data or information left on any device. Let's take a look. Let's play the video. Yeah. I'm really excited about this device, and I'm also pleased to say that it's going to be available in April of next year, so really looking forward to it. The form factors like Windows 365 Link give you another choice for Windows endpoints. But look, we fundamentally recognize how mission-critical Windows is, and we are committed to both its security and resilience as first-class priorities. The latest release of Windows 11 has over a dozen new security features, and most importantly, they're turned on by default, including device encryption enabled across all devices. In addition, we are excited to announce this new Windows Resiliency Initiative. Super important. We are doubling down on our commitment to make Windows secure and reliable for customers for all their mission-critical workloads. As part of this work, we are making changes to low-level operating system access. We're introducing new features in partnership with the entire ecosystem, establishing new guidelines for safe deployment practices. One example of this, which is, I think, something that is really exciting, is Windows Hot Patch, which works across your entire Windows estate to apply critical security updates without requiring a restart. We also continue to push the envelope on Windows security and resilience across both the cloud and the client. And thanks to point-in-time restore, customers who use Windows 365 can be up and running in minutes, and roll back to a cloud PC to its exact earlier state. So it's pretty awesome to see all of this support for all the mission-critical workloads that run on Windows. So that's what we're doing with Copilot devices. And now I want to get to the final third platform, which is Copilot and AI Stack. Now, the way we're approaching this is pretty simple. What we're doing is we're taking all of these apps we're building with Copilot and agents and Copilot Studio and exposing every layer of that tech stack so that you can use that to build your own Copilots and agents. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Every app is becoming an AI app, and over the past year, we've seen unbelievable momentum in what people have been able to build. Take a great example like NASA. Data scientists have built the Earth Copilot. They have all this enormous amounts of geospatial data, contains tremendous insights. Everything from climate and air quality that can be super helpful for urban planning or disaster response. But its scale and complexity is quite difficult to analyze. And so the Earth Copilot makes it possible for anyone to navigate all this data using just natural language for the first time. For example, you can see how air quality right here in Chicago has changed over the years. That's an analysis you can now just do in natural language. On the other side of the world, Toyota has built Oobeya, meaning big room in Japanese. Their ambition is to create this big room of AI agents that are accessible 24/7 for all their engineers, right? It's all grounded in their engineering designs, regulatory information, even handwritten docs. You can OCR them, put them into this Copilot. Engineers can ask it and anything from how to make a car run faster or something super specific about some emissions output. And so these are all the examples. In fact, right after my keynote, you're going to hear from Lance from BlackRock in conversation with Judson on what they're doing with Aladdin and Azure. It's really an exciting sort of work that they're doing, so it'll be great to listen to Lance. These are some examples on how the stack is being used today. And we're just getting started, adding, in fact, capabilities across every layer of the tech stack here, starting right at the infrastructure layer. We continue to build out Azure as the world's computer. Over the past year, we have added and made so many data center in 15 countries, data center investments in 15 countries across 6 continents. We now have 60 plus data center regions, more than any other provider. We're innovating to build these data centers sustainably. I'm really proud of this. In fact, we just announced 2 data centers in Northern Virginia, built completely with low-carbon cross-laminated timber to reduce embodied carbon footprint. This new construction model will really reduce the carbon footprint of our data centers by 35% compared to any conventional steel construction. So it's exciting to see this.